Let's be honest, we've all had moments where we don't like our style, hate how our clothes look and fit, and wish we looked better. So we try something new. It don't look right. Now we're annoyed and frustrated. But wait, suddenly we get the bright idea. YouTube. We go and search something like men's style tips, and thousands of videos show up, and now we're even more confused. I mean, who are we supposed to listen to? Well, no worries. After hours of research, binging videos, I've compiled what I believe are the most important tips from 5 of the biggest fashion creatives here on YouTube to create the ultimate fashion style guide. Your results may vary. When we're first starting out or we want to try new styles, the toughest question is always, where do we start? Well, tip number 1 is from Greg, and it's all about the importance of research and how he used mood boards to help develop and expand his style. It's important we put in the time to research what styles and aesthetics pique our interests. Utilizing the power of social media, Greg explains how he used Tumblr back in the day to create mood boards to organize pictures of outfits and art that he found inspo in. I personally use Pinterest as I find it easier to use. I like to define my mood boards by aesthetics, grouping together similar styles that catch my attention. It also makes it easy to reference back to outfits or pieces I was interested in, well, because they're all grouped together. I like to include outfits, architecture, advertisements, and more that share similar characteristics. This allows me to truly set a mood for my board. Here I chose 3 images that I felt shared similar characteristics and used them as inspo to build an outfit. That bottom picture, it's a result of lately me and my girl manifesting about one day wanting to live in Spain or Italy because we love the look of Mediterranean style homes. And I just got done watching Scarface, so right now all that's in my head is this like vintage Miami narco vibe. And in that top pic, I like the look of the crop blazer and leather bag on Rocky, so I took that, and instead I paired this vintage crop bomber with this vintage LV crossbody. And in the middle picture, I love the look of the flared trousers, so I put on some flared trousers I thrifted, and that's how I got this fit. Tip number 2 comes from Kyron. It's about the importance of understanding our body's proportions. Sometimes we see new styles or pieces that grab our attention and all we think is, I need that. But we forget to ask ourselves, is it gonna fit me though? We're all built different, we come in all sizes, and we gotta realize that some styles are gonna look best on certain body types. This shouldn't stop us from trying out new styles and getting out of our comfort zones, but it's important we understand that certain items aren't gonna fit us how we would ideally want them to. Now, some people's genetics are just ideal for certain styles. They fit the aesthetics of the brand and some of us don't, and that's okay. Like for me, I'm 5'11", 6 foot. Upper body, not thin, not wide, just like an average build, but my thighs are thick. Now this causes me issues with slim fit, skinny, anything. I love skinny jeans, but I just know my thigh area will always be tight, so I tend to avoid them. But the stressed skinny denim, fuck, that was never for me. I never got to fully enjoy the 2010 to 17 skinny distressed hype beast or SLP eras. It just wasn't for my body. It used to annoy me, but when I found creators like Kyron that were early on the wide fit baggy wave, that I realized I gotta focus on what really fits me. I will pull out some slim fit denim or more formal trousers from time to time, but I've been mainly wearing wide fitting bottoms since like 2015. It's just what I feel most comfortable in. When you learn and understand how your body fits in a clothing, that's when you can really play with proportions.
Select your variant.
Money, power, respect.
Wrong choice.
Okay, now one of the best pieces of advice I honestly wish I heard earlier is by Christian, or you may know him as Frugal Aesthetics, and it's his concept of building your own personal uniform. Now you may be asking, what you mean by uniform? Well, your personal uniform should be the core of your personal style, the core of your wardrobe. Creating your personal uniform allows you to build your wardrobe and develop your style in a cohesive way. It also makes it easier to get dressed every day. You don't gotta worry and be like, what am I gonna wear today? You know, sometimes I don't wanna have to take the time and make some cool fit. Sometimes I just wanna put something on quickly and just be the best dressed NPC in the room. And because you identify the core items in your style, you can interchange them and create new outfits easier and quicker. So what should make up your personal uniform? Well, you can start by identifying a core top, bottom, and footwear. My uniform is made up of a tee, usually maybe a button up, wide irregular cut jeans, silver jewelry, some boots, some sneakers. On most days, I'm pretty casual. A tee and jeans, my go-tos. Sneakers on most days, but I do wear boots depending on my mood. Building your personal uniform is so essential. Not only because it's the base of your style, but it also makes it so much easier to try out out new pieces or incorporate aspects of different styles into your own fits. You just have a much clearer idea on how you would look and how you would style yourself in new pieces because you already know how they fit in your wardrobe. And it makes it more fun to try new things because the core aesthetics of your style are recognizable and cohesive. And even when you style yourself in ways that are out of your comfort zone, you won't feel out of place because you know the core parts of your fit, they work well together. This is definitely one of the best tips when it comes to fashion and something I wish I heard a lot earlier in my fashion journey. It would have made everything a lot more fun and way easier and less stressful. And this piece of advice comes from Tim. As we grow within our style and start exploring new ways to develop our taste, we're gonna find excitement in trends. Seeing people style cool shit be making us daydream about the fire fit pics we could be taking. And yeah, let's be real, spending money on clothes, it's fucking fun. But the issue is that we sometimes fall victim to trends. We see what's hot, and without really thinking, we go out and buy it. And then we try to style it, maybe try to force it, because it's not working out for us. Maybe it's just not meant to be in our wardrobe. Remember, fashion's a game, and it's important for us to have fun and experiment. But spending money without really thinking about how an item's gonna fit into our wardrobe just isn't the answer. And on a quick side note, I want to talk about this Vice article, basically about the problems with micro trends. I think it makes some good points about how these short trend cycles affect our perception of fashion, but also our idea of style overall. No longer is the idea of fashion based around styling what interests us, but now it's based around having what others have in order to not miss out. You know, FOMO? Some people now make purchases based on what influencers have, rather than asking themselves if it's going to fit into their current lifestyle. Anyways, I'll link it down below in case anybody wants to read it. But as I was saying, not all trends are worth investing in. They come, they go. Trend cycles are shorter than ever today. What's cool today is gonna get replaced by something new next week. And you'll waste a lot of time and energy trying to force trends that don't really fit into your style. Instead, experiment with pieces that may contrast your current style, but will also add depth and versatility to our wardrobe. Remember, our goal in fashion should be to build a wardrobe that we're comfortable in, that excites us, makes us want to try new things. Just make sure you're investing in items that are gonna add value to your wardrobe. And value isn't just about money. It can also be how much the item means to you, but also how much wear are we going to get out of it in the long term. These are all questions we got to ask ourselves to make sure we're shopping smart. Final tip comes from me, and it's that just like trends, our styles are going to go through cycles. As we grow older and have new experiences, tastes may evolve or even change completely, but that's okay. It's part of life, and it's what keeps our passion for fashion interesting, makes us want to try new things and get out of our comfort zones. And we'll be successful with that by following the tips in this video. Tip number 1, continue to do your research. Sure, we may have those moments of weakness. We see something, we want it, boom, impulse buy. For the most part, we gotta do our research, make sure it's something that we actually want in our wardrobe. Tip number 2, continue to understand our bodies. As we grow older, our bodies may change as well. What fit us a few years ago may not fit us the same way now or at all. Tip number 3, continue to build a wardrobe based off your personal interests. Yeah, our taste may change. We may want to incorporate something that's out of our comfort zone, something new, exciting. We just got to make sure that it's something that we actually want in our wardrobe. Tip number 4, continue to shop smart. Again, trends, they're going to change quickly. We just got to make sure that we're buying things that are actually going to hold value in our wardrobe, not just monetarily, but are we going to get wear out of it in the long term? And tip number 5, do it all over again. Repeat the cycle, because that's what keeps fashion fun. Yeah, some fits are gonna be a W. Some fits you may look back on and be like, oh, what was I thinking? But I think that's part of the journey, and I don't think anybody's journey in fashion is ever over. There's always that what's next, what more can I do? And I think we gotta embrace that. But that's it. I've been Jhon, and these have been the top 5 tips to help you on your fashion journey.